have you ever yelled at your kids? Oh, of course, I've heard you yell at your kids.
Yeah.
Do you remember when they fucking, what did they do? Did they color all over your fucking walls with the day I was there?
Ellis was doing like, he was painting shit in the, there's one from yesterday, by the way, I'll tell you about it too. But he's painting in the kitchen, like on newspaper with all these paints.
Yeah.
And then I'm there alone just with the boys. And then like he's gone. I'm like, where are you? He's like downstairs. And I walk downstairs and he had taken his hand on the wall the whole way downstairs. So around all the, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like I lose my shit. And he's like, don't yell. I'm a kid. You can't talk to a kid. Like just use a talking voice. And I'm like, what the fuck is there paint on the wall? So he was, but yesterday I get
He
home,
dragged his hand down the
all
wall
over.
like a serial killer, a serial, just
all over.
with blood down a wall. Just
and I go, why did you do that? Why did you do that? He goes, sometimes my brain just says to do stuff. And I'm like, I go, yeah, okay. So that was cool. We'll just we'll paint the walls again. Yesterday I get home, he goes, I'm going to tell you something, and you can't get mad, and you can't punish me, because I'm going to tell you. I go, that's not how this fucking works. And he's like, no, I'm telling you now that you're going to be upset, but you can't punish me. I'm like, yeah, what? This is not at all how this works. I go, well, what is it? And he's like, I was dangling a trophy over the toilet, and it went in.
why would he dangle?
And I go, why?
Trophy?
Why would you do that? He was like, I don't know, but it went in there and I tried to get it, but it's not working. So I go, so we need to have the toilet again taken apart? And he's like, I think so. Yeah. I'm like, that's great. And then I forgot that. And so like all the rest of the day, he keeps coming into my bedroom to use the I go, what are you doing? He's like, remember the toilet? I can't use that one, so I'm going to use yours. I was like, oh, right. That's right. So, yeah, right. We have this agreement now that I can't get upset.
How do you keep that in that kid for the rest of his life? Like, that's my thing. It's like, we lost it in Isla for a period of time. I remember, it's the reason I have such fond memories of Isla when, like, you know, when we were on vacation, or like, any time, like, we went to Leanne's lake house right before we took Isla to college. And we're all going to go on an epic kayak journey. And I got my paddleboard there. So I was like, cool. And Isla jumps in the water and swims over on my paddleboard. And she's 18. And I go, what are you doing? She goes, we're going twosies. I said, you can't do twosies on a paddleboard. And she goes, yeah, you can. Big guy. We got this. And she just wanted to knock me off the paddleboard the whole time. And It was this, every time I stand up, she'd go, whoa, whoa. And it was making her laugh, and it was making me laugh. And that is the little kid in her. And I love that. But how do you maintain that little kid in that? Like, how do you always keep Ellis to be Ellis and not get jaded by like fucking high school kids who are like,
I don't know,
what I mean?
man. I think you encourage it and you embrace it and you let them know that you love it when they are the way they are. Like, I don't know if you can do much more than that, you know, because there's a natural turn that we all make, right? Like at a certain age, you kind of, but it's nice that if you're whoever you are at home, I think you can be that. Like, I'm still a kid around my mom, you know, I still just try to upset her, and, you know, I belch at the table, and I try to horrify her because it made me laugh when I was 7. And it still does at 45.
Bert and Tom, Tom and Bert. One goes topless while the other wears a shirt. Tom tells stories and Bert's the machine. There's not a chance in hell that they'll keep it clean. Here's what we call 2 bears, 1 cave.